Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to introduce you, if you have not seen them already, to these great sheets that go inside of your classic sized happy planner and talk to you about a few ways you can use them. But before we get started, if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support and joining me again today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so these are they're brand new from what I've seen. I don't know how long they've been out yet, but for me, I just saw them. They might have been out for a little while, and I have been slacker status on watching all the new releases, so it might be something that has been out for a little while. But they're these great Get Social sheets, and they're dated for a week at a time. You track your accounts, your top likes, your top comments, your new number of followers, and they give you space for 4 accounts on there. So it could be, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or it could be Instagram, depending on how many Instagram accounts you're running or you're helping run, or maybe that's a business that you have that you're working toward. Then on the back, they have a little rough idea of an account, the reply, read and reply to comments, read and reply to direct messages, create post, content, check all the links, check all the spelling, schedule posts, and then they have some other stuff for you to write in some boxes. So here's where you would just kind of like, look, and I was cutting it off. Here's where you would just kind of like overview your accounts, and then here is where you would keep track of your accounts. So I want to show you a couple different things and how I'm going to incorporate this into my social media planning. And let me tell you why I think these are so great. I think these are really great because they take the thought out of you having to really put a lot of work into what you need to ask yourself. It's already here. You already have it. They have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I'm assuming that you're going to summarize your week here after the end of the week. And the one thing that's not on here is your starting point. So what I would say is you could do it 2 ways. One is you can start with your week here and then start with your new week here and just kind of keep that going. But I'm assuming that these are just really more like check marks to see which days you actually posted. Again, I think it just depends on what you want to use it for. That's kind of what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to put an X or a check or a sticker or something to say, hey, yes, I did post on that date. Those of you who are posting multiple times a day, what I would do is put the same account and just kind of really eliminate this stuff, but put the same account and then put check marks per time, like put a time zone on it and put check marks per time. So for me, I've been so busy that my social media has suffered and has been very disturbing to me in my itchy eyes. And so for me, this is something that I want to show you a few different ways that we can use it, whether or not you are active in this space or not. So one thing I want to say is if you're not a Happy Planner user and you really like these sheets, no problem. Just cut this piece off and you now have a sheet that you can tip into any piece of paper planner that you have. If you're an Erin Condren user, they have the tabs that you can tab to the side. If you are an Erin Condren user, I'd probably leave this here and just tab it in without really cutting it off, but it's just totally up to you. Just depends on what you want to do with it. But don't think because you might not have a Happy Planner that you can't get these, because these are bomb.com, right? They're like so great. So, excuse me. Now, you're like, oh, Megan, I don't have 4 accounts. I only have 1 or 2. Okay, great. So then what I would recommend doing, if I can find what I'm looking for, is taking some really cute thin washi, and this looks like it's been a little used, so I'm going to cut it off. And I want to say while I'm doing this, if you are in or around the Nashville area, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to form a group soon for a get-together in the Nashville area, and I would love to know, or that you're willing to drive to the Nashville area depending on where you're located. I would love to know who all is interested in doing that. I would decide where you want your your spots to be. And if you want it like the first top two, which obviously is probably the most common, then I would just go ahead and start down here and cover up the information like so. Oh, look, that's like bit through. What the world? All right, we have to redo that because apparently there's like a tear in this washi. Oh no, did it get chewed? This is what happens when you have children and dogs. Go with the flow, right? Just go with it. Just go with it. All right. We'll just call that a sad day. Now we'll do it again. And I chose this one because, you know, I was kind of going with the Pokey Dotty theme. I would just cover this right on up. That's still a little chewy, but it's not nearly as bad. So we're just going to go with that. And do it again down here. And as I mentioned, if you have multiple if you have multiple posts that you want to do in a day and you want to keep track of them as a time frame, which is kind of what I'm going to use this for, then I'm going to show a great way to do that. So in this case, I went ahead and covered up both the bottom sections, but what I would say is the best way to do it is if you're going to use them as time zones, to use the top one as, like, let's say Instagram, and then second one as the second time you post to Instagram, and maybe Facebook, second, you know, so on and so forth. So on and so forth. So then what I'm going to do is take one of these great little stickers that's in here, and if I can get them, kind of just put a time. Let's see. Oops. And actually, let me write it. That's IG, Instagram. Whoop, whoop. Look, guys, I really can put a sticker down, despite what it's letting you think. And then we're going to do 3. I don't like that 3, though. 3 right down here. And we are going to do Instagram. And then this is going to be YouTube. And obviously, I am not posting multiple times a day on YouTube, so I'm not going to put a time on that one. It's not specific, and I don't need it. So then down here, for me, this will probably be Facebook, so I actually could uncover that. But what I want to talk to you a little bit about, too, is how you can incorporate an additional tracker in case you do not have, or you want to use all 4 spots for something for the week. So there's these great stickers. This is in the Happy Planner sticker accessory pack. I got this at Michael's. They definitely still sell it. They have these great, they're like habit trackers or something of that nature, but they're great, like thin, skinny, so you can fit them into the margins right here. So if you do have 4 accounts and you want to incorporate it into the bottom part of maybe one of your one of your spaces, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots, perfect to track the postings as well. And then you can easily put the time and the account that it's attached to. So if you want to, and depending on how you use this space right here, you probably could even put it up here. But if you want to just use one box and have that additional tracking space for maybe times of day, that is still very accessible to do without using up these spots back here. So if you have information you like to track on the bottom part, or you want to track each account that you've checked off, I would just leave this as is. If you do not want to, I would definitely cover it up and use this space to write other things that might be important to you. A lot of times what I will put, and this is something that, again, I have been like social media slacker to the extreme, but if you want to grow your social media and it's something that is important to you, then what I would say is to go put in this section right here, 3 accounts or 3 people that you love to follow. Obviously, for me, like Creating in Chaos, uh, Calava Plan, At Home with Kita, Shea Bud. Like, they're all some people that I love to go follow and check out their stuff because it's so inspirational to me and they do such a great job. So you can track down here the accounts you want to go look at and comment on their stuff. If you have a large following and you follow a lot of people, sometimes your Instagram feed is like crazy and you can't just scroll through it because there's like so much crazy going on. So it's really nice to look up specific people, to check maybe what they've posted, or if you like follow someone so closely that you want to ensure you don't miss any of their content, then I would just put like a little notation of maybe once a day, twice a day, whatever it might be, and then just list out your accounts that you want to go check up on and comment on. I'm in big notes of those types of things as well. So these are great if you, like I said, if you want to grow your social media account, and a lot of people do, and let me just tell you, there's no reason not to. You can do it. You just have to put in the effort and the work, and you can do it. And you don't need any accolades or praise or anyone to say, hey, you can do this, because you can do it. But if you want to do that, if you want to focus on growing your Instagram or your Facebook or your YouTube account, just do it. And these are really helpful to help you gauge. But and really what's great about them is they're a nice tracking system. So I would save all of your analytics sheets, all of these sheets, so you can look back in a year and see what progress you made. So that is my information for today. I would pick these up. I think I ended up paying $4 for them, and you got like a bajillion. When I say bajillion, I think 60, but still, that's like practically a year or more. And yeah, I think that that's a great way to use some of your time with just taking a little time to write out what's going on. Again, if you are going to be in the Nashville area, I don't have a specific date yet, but I'm planning on confirming one soon. Please let me know if you'd be interested in that. And I will give you a link to my Facebook group, which is actually in the description, which I'm going to be posting more details on there regularly. So if you're not a part of that, make sure to, go ahead and do that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all very soon.